One of the most beautiful of the better builds is the Oasis, which I actually call St. Adrian's, because the guy that built it has labelled it as St. Adrian's, and it always manifests itself in a desert. This happens to be a granite desert. I'm going to show you round. I am in creative as usual when I do these, and I've also stopped time. Let me check on that. Let me just check that I have. Time stopped. There we go. You can see that everything stops moving, apart from, of course, the drifters. But I am stopping time just so that we don't get a worse sandstorm, because although in 1.21.1 you can turn the desert storms off, I haven't. So this is the softer side of St. Adrian's, and if we come a little bit further and we have a look at the map, you can see that this is the softer side, this is the more fortress side. Let's just go round it and have a good look to start with. It is a very, very dangerous ruin. It's got all sorts of gorgeous things in it. Let's go round to the other side first, have a look at it, and I tell you, when you come across one of these, well, my heart always lifts when I see them, because they are so, so beautiful. I've always thought that if I ever took over one of the better ruins as my base, if I found one early in the game, the glass house would be a strong possibility, but the other possibility would be one of these St. Adrian's, I call them. And you can see, look at that, isn't that fantastic? And then coming down here, builder St. Adrian, thank you. And this is a native gold bits. Now I don't know whether we find gold underneath, but you always find gold bits next to it. As I said, it manifests itself in deserts. So I think we will go up here, which is one of the entrances. And this thing is in terraces, which is particularly beautiful. This area is all terraced, and the trees are terraced. There are so many Mediterranean cypress leaves. It's absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a look inside. Let us start with what I call the main room. And in here we have what looks to be the remains of pools, because we've got ruined buckets and it just looks as if there would have been pools here. As you can see, it has been infested by aphids. Can you see all the aphid nests up there? Let's go up and have a look at the upper story. Yeah, I know. Wow. So up here, 1, 2, 3, 4 nests just on this level. It's a pretty rich place. It's got the most beautiful leaded windows, I call these. They call them leaded glass panes, I call them leaded windows. So at this level, and we've got a fancy headdress, a copper ingot, some peat and some sticks. And as you can hear, we've got drifters, we've got spiders. We would have aphids if I weren't in creative. Oh, yuck. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yuck, that's a boat horn, but look at it. Isn't that disgusting? No, it's a spider. It's a spider rearing up. A corrupt shiver. Sorry, not a spider, a shiver. I tend to call them spiders. Beautiful windows. If you are short of bees, you could set up an apiary up here. There is a bee's nest, a beehive. In here, sleeping wolf, one of my favourites. We've got chests full of rot. Ooh, aren't they nasty, these things? What have we got? Oh, a commoner saddle blanket, a ruined saw, musketeer shoes, all sorts of things. It's really nice loot. I have actually found, this is the third one I found on my map, and I was delighted to find it. Let's go down here. There we go. So in this room, there's this beautiful wagon wheel. There's ruined stuff everywhere, of course, rot galore, barricades as they tried to fight off whatever the enemy was, torch holders, food, more aphid nests. You know, there are aphid nests everywhere here. A ceramic storage vessel. Oh, nice. Fire clay bricks. You realise I'm going to come back and loot this, don't you? The other thing I do like is this beautiful corner brace. It's really lovely. What a noise these things make. So we've got, that's just a storage vessel, that's got farming, that's got food. So this is a nice place for gathering stuff. And look, you get a fruit press. Wow, that's pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me. There are no doors here, so if you want to make yourself safe inside or from what's inside, you have to use those. Now coming up here, wow, there's always quite a bleak outlook. Pretty well intact door, and then we have a library, which is lovely. There's one of these gorgeous wooden chests. This one has a blue seal. It's got reeds, resin, far clay ceramic tiles, lore. I mean, absolutely gorgeous, this library. It's got banners. Oh, it's got an intact case. Wonderful. All sorts of clutter on the floor. Lab equipment. Bookcases, if you like the old bookcases. More banners. Beautiful tables. An armillary sphere. So really nice. And look at that, a pile of cloth. Wow. I'm not going to touch it because I'm in creative. If I touch it, it would just disappear. And then here we come into the upper part of a room. Again, aphid nests galore. And as we go, I'm looking for a, there is no way down here. We have to go out and round. Okay, so that's this level, but all is not complete yet because we've only just started looking at this glorious room. I just love the terracing. It lifts my heart. Can I go round here? I can't. Right, we have to go this way round. That's okay. It's full of crawling nasties, of course. Dark mud bricks. That looks as if it should be a door. This door comes, I think, just into the upstairs of this room. That's right. Okay, then we come round the edge here. Oh gosh, I'm wading through the undergrowth here. Let's try and, I might have to come down to go around. There are all sorts of trees here, by the way. And the other thing you do have here, you've got two herbs, thyme and lavender. Now, these are not in the game. The only place, and I think the only better ruin you can get these, is St. Adrian's. And that's what makes it so beautiful. We've just seen the thyme. This is the lavender. There's also cacti. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. There is a hidden room round the back there in all that undergrowth. I'm not going to destroy this one to show you. Let's come up here. Yeah, this is the terracing. It is less green than some places. This is a truly, truly arid desert. And then this is this lovely little bit here. You can see that the people here were running farms. This is farmland. And you've got some dead crops that you can pick up and see what you get from those. So it's so pretty with all the flowers. It really is a lovely, lovely place in the middle of all the desolation that we have. So coming up here, yeah, we're on another terrace now. And here, just little things left around. There is a little doorway here. A storage room, seed, tools. What is that one? Food. So we've got more storage here, just a little room. But another one of these glorious chests. Oh, look at that. Red ceramic shingle blocks, Rottweiler masks, loam, you know, so useful. So useful. We were going which way around? This way around, I think. Just across here to get around the edge. It's one story up. Let's go one story up. Yeah, around here we've got beautiful, beautiful trees. We've got a little place around here. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this gorgeous? I think we might be hearing the bees in the room below, or there might actually be bees in here. And then up here, you always find a little storage vessel with nice things in. Oh, a rusty gear. Yes, please. But also you get the gorgeous storage vessel, which I love having, frankly. We're on another terrace here that goes round. It's so pretty. The way the terracing is done, I think, is absolutely masterful. Masterful. Big staircase here. We come up. Now we are on the top terrace, where we have things like ebony. So if you want ebony wood, you may catch a chance there. I have never found out where these things are spawning from. I've looked all up there. But this place is normally overrun with aphids. It has this beautiful, beautiful kimberlite stone, which is gorgeous. But also, if you look carefully, look at that, ashlar blocks. But there's little blocks of this, little blocks of that, kimberlite stones. You know, there's all sorts on the floor. In here, an elk medallion, how nice. Forlorn Hope shoes, I'm coming back for these. And then in the coffin, I don't think there is anything in the coffin, but I haven't taken it down to see. You can sometimes find very, very valuable little blocks of stone on the floor. Yuck. Personally, I think the kimberlite is absolutely beautiful. So the treasure is up here. I think the whole thing is a treasure, frankly. It is so beautiful. Let's look on the other side. A scrap blade, how nice. And this little area for gardening, just sitting outside in the pool or near the pool. Beautiful, beautiful. But as I said, you know, you have to really get rid of all the mobs to be able to do anything with this. And the only thing that makes me hesitate about taking over one of these ruins is that I feel that to make it work, and I've seen a friend of mine do this, you would have to extend out, you'd have to make farms, forges and things like that almost by the side of it. Otherwise I think you'd be detracting from the beauty of this ruin. I mean, this is a true oasis. Someone has spent a lot of time and effort making this in the middle of the desert, and I personally think it is truly beautiful. It almost feels, it's not a monastery, but it has that feel of one, you know, where someone has gardened and lived in isolation. It's got that lovely, lovely feel to it. Another tree over there. It's so pretty. And in the midst of this sort of wilderness of nothing, and look, that looks like an eye in the sky up there, you suddenly come across this beautiful, beautiful collection of plants, flowers, herbs, which is unusual, but I love the fact that St. Adrian has included them. And I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. Now this comes in different colours and different looks according to the desert you're in. So what I'm going to do is to head on back home, and if you do want to take one of these apart, and I am taking one apart, there are, I mean, gorgeous sets of blocks in it, beautiful trees, absolutely beautiful, and the kimberlite is stunning. And as I said, I'm in the process of taking one apart, but I'm going to show you what they look like in the other regions. There is a hidden room behind there, but I'm not going to destroy this one to go and find it. Let's go and find our route home, and I'll show you what the other two look like. And if you haven't watched me before, guys, I use teleporters. This was just so welcoming. There's even my sort of favourite flowers, cornflowers here. But look at it, isn't that magnificent? Absolutely magnificent. And amongst all the foliage there, you will get crimson maple seeds. You will get everything you could possibly want. Now I've had one that has spawned in sandstone, and I think that looks even better than the granite. Look at that. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. And this, I think, is even nicer because it's not quite, it's still an oasis, but it's not quite in such a grim place. So this to me is a much nicer one, but it's not sandstone, it's claystone. But it still has a little bit more of a warm, welcoming feel. It's absolutely beautiful as always. Let us go up to the top. Now I've been raking out this ruin, but you see you've still got the ebony tree, you've still got the, it's a bit murky and misty here, you've still got the same basic layout with the kimberlite stone here, and I think I have taken, yes, there's just a pair of pants left here, but really, really beautiful. So this is what it looks like in claystone, which is again really pretty. Let's just go around the bottom, have another look at it. Yeah, if I look at the other side, it's less easy to see because there are trees and things here. But again, you've got the exquisite stone, you've got the sort of fortress-like look. So that's what it looks like in claystone, which is gorgeous. And we again have St. Adrian. Ah, native golden quartz. Beautiful. Okay, that's the claystone one. Dead branches, dead trees everywhere. And then I'm just going to show you the one which is my favourite colour at the moment. I've not found one in claystone. This is, sorry, I've not found one in sandstone. This is actually claystone. But the one I do want to show you, I would love to find one of these in sandstone. I think that would be beautiful. But the one I love more than anything is the St. Adrian's one in Peridotite. Yeah, and here I had another structure near it. Look at that colour. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's go up here so that we can see it. Now I've done a little bit of looting here, but it's pretty well intact. But this, I've always loved the colour of peridotite sand, and I think this one looks absolutely gorgeous. And as I said, you can pick up thyme and lavender, but you can't pick up anywhere else. Isn't it pretty, pretty, pretty? And here I found someone had been doing their washing. I actually found a bucket here. So they're not all exactly the same, but the layout is pretty similar with the different, you know, halls and walls. It's absolutely beautiful. And this top area here. Yeah, I've completely raked that one out. I was not able to find out where the locusts were spawning. I may have to take the whole lot down up there. If I wanted to live here, I think I would take this lot down to get the locusts out of this area. Otherwise, I don't see how I would stop at them spawning. But having this in the Peridotite desert, I think is absolutely beautiful. Really gorgeous. Not that I'm a fan of this ruin, but it is, I think, the one I think is the most beautiful of the BetterRuins. Absolutely gorgeous. The first time I saw one of these, I just couldn't believe it. I was blown away by how gorgeous it is. Absolutely blown away. I think St. Adrian did a superb job of this. So let's just look at it from the sort of fortress side. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? Absolutely fabulous. And you see what I mean about the peridotite colour with this sand? It really adds a depth to it. And this one's lovely because it's so close to the sea. So, another superb BetterRuin. I tell you, this has added so much to my enjoyment of the game. And it's not just that I get superb loot out of it. I love the way the structures are built. I think finding them is such fun. Now, there are little stories that go with these ruins that I need to find out about, because this is the first time I've ever used these ruins in any map. But I think they are absolutely superb. So I found 3 of them and I love every single one of them. Bye bye, my friends.